Almost 20 minutes before the hour now, more legal troubles for one Lindsay Lohan, the actress under investigation for allegedly assaulting. Well, she's accused now of assaulting a staffer during her stint at the Betty Ford Rehab Clinic. The accuser has talked to TMZ, if you can believe it. Then it said it happened as she confronted Lohan about breaking curfew and tried to give her a breathalyzer test. Look at this.
She was very angry and out of control. And the first incident was she pushed me and she kept yelling and cursing and screaming in the background. And then she tried to snatch the phone from out of my arm. She just grabbed my wrist and snatched it down and twisted my arm in my hand.
Nice watermark, TMZ. According to TMZ, Lohan claims the staffer touched her first, and she plans to file a formal complaint. But in the meantime, the Betty Ford Clinic has now fired that woman because you're not supposed to talk about high-profile clients inside a rehab facility, for God's sakes. Who's going to go there now? Let's get to the legal panel. The defense attorney, David Wall, is with us, plus Fox News legal analyst, former prosecutor Arthur Idal. I don't know, I mean, who in a rehab clinic like Betty Ford goes off and talks to, of all things, TMZ? Now, I have nothing wrong with you, TMZ, but come on.
And that's why she got fired, Shep. I mean, it's plain and simple. She's an employee at will. So the same way if she did not clean someone's bedpan or did not administer their medicine the right way and violated certain codes and ethics of the hospital, I mean, this is a blatant violation, and they acted swiftly to deter anybody else from doing the same thing.
Go ahead, David, go.
Well, look, I mean, let me start by saying this, Shep. I just got off the phone with the Riverside County Sheriff's investigator who says they expect to forward this case after some additional witness
I want to talk about this woman, and that's not what I want to talk about, David.
Let's talk about her. Let's talk about her. Here's the deal, Shep. Once she makes the police report, it in essence becomes a public record.
I don't care what it is.
TMZ,
wait a minute, David.
It's a public record.
Stop it.
Okay.
There are rules here at the Fox News channel. Some things you can do, some things you don't do. Some things it says on the piece of paper that you sign, you do this, you're out. Yeah. And that's what happens to people who work at confidential rehab facilities where people won't come if they're going to get outed in this way. And your contention is here that she should have kept her job, David?
Couple of things, Shep. Absolutely. The entire civilized world knew. The entire civilized world knew that Lilo was at the Betty Ford Center in Rancho Mirage. It was no secret. So then, when this happens, there's nothing new. Nothing is exposed.
Oh, is it not her behavior, or that she hit the woman?
Her behavior. No, that's right. Her behavior is now a public record, and her identity by virtue of her allegedly committing a crime against this woman.
David,
so that's where you separate things. It's the HIPAA law.
Whatever I'm told. Dude, if they say you can't talk about the internal affairs of this business or you can't talk about your contract, it doesn't matter if they publish it on the New York Times and the New York Post and on Gawker and everywhere else. I still can't talk about it. And if somebody's in that rehab facility, they could write it on the wall. She can't talk about it. If you talk about it, you're fired, and that's it. I hope our bookers made you take this position today because it is untenable.
Not at all, Shep. The reality is what was exposed. Everybody knew she was there. She committed an alleged crime.
I never thought I would say this, but for once the reasonable one is Arthur. Arthur, the truth is, if I sign something that says I won't do A, and if I do, they can kick my butt out the door, that's it. It's a contract.
It's simple, and you use Fox. I could use my law office. I mean, if my secretary has information about a client that's confidential, even if the client breaches the confidentiality, that doesn't give her reign. And if she did it, she'd be out the door quickly as well.
So, Artie, if someone comes into that studio and slugs you in the choppers, and then you go ahead and talk about it,
come on, he committed a...
How's that different? How is it different?
Because there is a presumption. There is a presumption and a reasonable presumption for someone who commits themselves to the Betty Ford Clinic who is in desperate need of help.
It's not related.
That what happens in that clinic is going to be confidential.
The sound isn't related to the assault or alleged assault. It's related to her rehab process, and that is confidential by rules. And David, it doesn't matter. I mean, sometimes you just got true and not true, and you're sitting on non-true. Sorry, that's how you are today.
No, I'm telling you. The reality of the situation is,
you can tell me all the damn day long you're wrong. I got to go, David.
Okay,
you know you're wrong. The bookers made you take
I love you anyway, Shep.
Well, all right. Well, I wish Fox would change the rules at the last minute. We'll be right back. Hang with us.